do I even... Okay, so... Okay, Matt, you want to see some... You want to see some stuff? Like, look at this. So, here is part of how I'm doing, how... So, so Pam is a bunch of C functions. And as a result, we need to have some extern C bindings for them. That's fine. You know, you have something that takes the opaque PAM handle pointer, you have the PAM item type, and then you have a YOLO pointer. And the YOLO pointer is what it's due because it's just a YOLO pointer. It might be anything, but hopefully it's the right thing. Um, I guess ioctl would be kind of worse because ioctl is in kernel space and this is all in user space. But yeah, it's about that bad. Um, and when I wrote this function yesterday, it was after I found out that pam underscore info was a C macro after it failed to link at runtime. That was great. That was really great. Yeah, so there's a bunch of YOLO pointers here. It's great. But what I was gonna do is actually, I'm working on Debian maintainer scripts today because that's the thing that I do in my life now. I also have a, yes, I have this. This is part of Ubuntu's deterministic PAM configuration toolkit. So, you just slap that there, and then you have a bunch of maintainer scripts that go in and then turn that into something that automatically runs a command at install time. So we're going to figure out how to do that. And we're going to update this while we're at it. Get it to Z ISO and cargo. We're going to look up cargo deb, which is the creatively named Rust package for creating Debian packages. Okay, I didn't think I was going to do a part 2 stream so soon, so I ended up deleting all of my Ubuntu VMs. So let's see if we can make another. Okay, so oh, right. I reinstalled this machine recently. Dash capital A. Permission denied. Okay. Apparently, I don't have logos set up for pushing to GitHub. That's a surprise to me, but let's see if I can do it. Oh, I know what's going on. So, what's going on here is I attempted to add protection for me. Okay, apparently I can't do it like that, but what I was going to say is that I apparently attempted to add protection against me. Where do I ban that person? Ban. There we go. Now go away. Okay, the OBS Twitch chat view is broken, so let's reopen it. Okay. Git format dash patch head tilde 1. Ah, sweet. Okay, cool. So now we are doing this old school here. Git am. Awesome. Okay, cool. We got the patch pushed already. The distro is gonna. We're gonna need 2 VMs. So let's make this first one on Ubuntu 20.04. This one is going to be the one that we're going to build with. I hope I can edit the config to have more... Oh, wait. I can just add more memory. 2048. Because this one's going to be our builder, and it's going to be Siglif. So I'm going to have 2 Ubuntu VMs. One of them is going to be the one that I'm using to build cargo packages, or Debian packages. My target right now is Ubuntu 20.04, so I want to have an Ubuntu 20.04 VM to avoid ABI conflict hell. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to first create the builder VM. By the way, this make VM command that I wrote has the side effect of picking from a giant random pool of names, and so far it has chosen only Pokemon, which is statistically likely, but still kind of impressive, because it does have a bunch of other names in there, like every single pony from My Little Pony Friendship is Magic. Okay, so we have 2 VMs, and... okay. We have DOM-IFADDR, which is a command that lets us get the IP address of a domain. GLYPH. Oh, how do you spell it? It's Sigilif. Okay, and then in K, there we go. So now let's prove that we can SSH in. Got 2, 3, 4. Okay, we have InK, and then we have 162. We have Siglif, which is our builder. So now we need to install RustUp. Rust via RustUp. Let's proceed with the install. Oh yeah, I guess it is going to download the version of Rust that was just released today. Yeah, someone found a talk-to type of exploit in how Rust does deleting folders and symlinks, and yeah, it's one of those things that's really unlikely to happen, but you know, it's still good on them for calling it out as a proper CVE. Apt get install build essential. We want git. We want... okay, what else do I need here? Oh yeah, lib ham 0g-dev. I think this is the minimal set of dependencies. You need Rust, and you need those 3 packages. I should probably document this somewhere. You know what? Let's document this somewhere. Yeah, it's not really that hard. A lot of it is like just trying to like shove a square peg in a round hole with C versus Ghost type C versus Rust type system. It's not that hard. It's more annoying. In a good way though. Okay, so now we have that, and then you know what? Let's install SSHFS. Package SSHFS is not available. Okay, then, like, what is available? Okay, SSHFS has been relocated to the universe repository. Okay, oh. Is it just because I haven't done an apt update yet? Okay, it is really because I haven't done an apt update yet. Okay, that's, a thing, I guess. Okay, so we have an SSH agent here, which means that, SSHFS, right. Numa is this. So 110.77.131.1 code tail. Okay, so I do user at host : dir to the mount point. So I was on the right path before. It's... Oh, right. I need to add the username. Okay, so now let's just install cargo deb, and that'll take a moment. So while that's going, let's install Tailscale. Get what the URL for the... Oh, it's literally just /download. Wow, I am a professional internet person. Okay, so on the right side, we're going to have cargo deb being built, and on the left side, we're going to have Tailscale being installed. And I need to grab this VM's IP real quick so that I can SSH into it and add it to my tailnet. Not that I don't trust y'all, but I don't trust y'all. Do it from Lufta? No. Thought I had that. Oh, right. I can just SSH back into the other machine. Awesome. So now sudo tail scale up, and we sign in with GitHub, and we authorize. Okay, so there's actually a reason why I'm using curl over hyper in this project. I want to really minimize dependencies, and I really want to minimize binary size. And curl basically has everything out of the gate, and I trust that the people that made curl are sensible enough to do it correctly. I'm using curl here because it feels like the better option given the security requirements of a PAM module. Which, you know, is kind of insane given that curl is C, but, you know, PAM is C and has the same type of, like, you know, security model of, like, it's okay for the children to play in the room made of asbestos because there hasn't been an earthquake recently, so we're right on the money. So now we're going to see the lag of this VM building over the network with SSHFS. We have a VM on the same machine building a package. Oh, this is a travesty. I love it. Oh, it's fine. I have like yes, curl has a hyper backend too. However, I just want it to be simple and you know, do it all in C, just to make my life easier. And also, hi there, Key Shadow. Okay, so now that we built the cargo deb, we want to copy it over to our test VM, which has this IP address. And you know what? For added fun, let's automatically install it there too. Okay, cool. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to have this terminal window here be sudo journal cuddle-f. What this will do is this will constantly print this VM's logs to the screen. And now I'm going to make another VM, but this time it's going to run Alpine. We're going to do Alpine 3.15 here. So this Alpine VM, oh, that's actually not choosing a Pokemon name for once. But this Alpine VM here is going to basically be going in and SSHing into Inkay. I want Siglif here over here to be a dedicated builder VM. I don't want it to be trusted very much. So okay, it's going to take a moment for Alpine to boot. If I was booted into Linux, like I probably should have before I started streaming, I would have, you know, Vert Manager open and look here. But we're doing it cowboy style. So we're doing it Texas style, so... Okay, so now... we want to add... that's not good. I broke my Alpine template. Amazing. So let's make another Ubuntu image, Ubuntu VM. I'm gonna clean up all of these later. So we have a lolo, a lomo, a lo, a lomomola, a lomomola. Wow, that is surprisingly hard to say when you're trying to metacognate. Okay, in the time it took me to figure out how to say that word, we have another VPS. Perfect. Okay, so now we install Tailscale on this one. Right, I was gonna look up cargo deb and specifically what the hell a Debian maintainer script is. I mean, I know they exist, I just don't remember how to write them. Okay, so Debian has a section in their policy manual on how to make maintainer scripts. Where's the example of what they look like? Oh my gosh. Debian maintainer scripts examples. Oh my gosh, it's only diagrams and not actually examples. Okay. Okay, there's a maintainer guide. And, Hi, Miaowei. Yeah, I'm trying to look for what the format of those are so that I can just do them. Oh. As a novice maintainer, you should avoid any manual editing of maintainer scripts because they are problematic. Huh. Yeah. Okay, so there's post install, which is probably what I want. Okay, and then, okay, so then we have Pam auth update, which is a beautiful program. Yay, random hookups. Pam config framework spec is the other thing that I think had an example of this. Ah. Packages implementing PAM profiles under the spec should call PAM auth update with the -- package argument in their post installation script. In the pre-RM script, these packages should call package remove only when the pre-RM has been called with remove as its first argument. Okay, so what I believe this means is that the post install script should be like set dash dash e u, right? And then what is that flag? Pamoth update. Dash dash enable. Right? And then I go to pre-RM. We don't want to remove Unix authentication. That would be bad. So we're just going to remove Tailscale instead. I think they should be right. Oh, no, I want plus X. There we go. Cool, and now we go over to the cargo deb manual and we see that there's a maintainer scripts field inside here. Okay, let's find out if this builds. Okay. cd etc ham.d cat common auth, and now pamtailscale.so is the first thing in there. Perfect. That's what we want. Awesome. And now on this VM, I forgot to log into Tailscale to test this, so we're going to sign in with GitHub. We're going to authorize Tailscale. We're going to get redirected back to Tailscale. We're going to go down to my GitHub org. And now Allo Momola is in the tailnet, as you can see by that. So we can ping Inkay, and Inkay responds. Looking into the source code of libpam-mprintd and its post-install script is somehow similar to yours. You know what? I'll call that a success. Ah, right. And then there's one more step. Unfortunately, this needs challenge response auth enabled. At least with SSHD. So now if I systemctl reload SSHD and we move this over here, we can SSH into Inkay, and welcome, you are authenticated using your Tailscale identity. Awesome. Okay, perfect. That's one of the first major things out of the way here. And now let's remove Pam Tailscale after we authenticated using it, because that is the badass thing to do. And we're also going to test the removal script. So and we see that there is no more Pam Tailscale. Okay, good. That's very good. This means it works. Wow, this is a bit too easy. I feel like I'm doing something wrong. So, speaking of doing things wrong, let's fix this hello message to only have one extra new line because apparently the Pam prompt function puts a new line in at the end for you. So then we can rebuild, reinstall, and yep, perfect. There's only one thing there. I'm half wondering if I should make like a really crappy ASCII art version of the Tailscale logo to put there, but I feel like that would be out of place. What do you think? Is that out of place? I don't know. Keep it short, yeah. Okay, cool. Oh, and another thing that this does if we use journal cuddle dash t pam under no dash g it's not logging anything to syslog because of course it isn't. That's okay. Let's pretend I didn't do that. That's the better thing to do. ASCII art might render badly on cell phone or other small displays. You know what? You're right. That's a very sensible thing to say. Make sure to stay hydrated. Lock emoji. There. Oh. Pasting in the emoji immediately killed the language server. That's amazing. Okay, the language server really doesn't like emoji, I guess. Okay, so we have maintainer scripts, we have you know what? That's a good point. I mean, cynically, I want to think that it wouldn't matter, but realistically, I know that it's going to. Ah, BSD3, okay. License equals BSD3 clause. Okay, we got rid of the warning about the license. You know what? Let's just assume that it works because I don't want to lose faith in humanity today more than I already have to, given that I'm writing PAM code. And every name contains Unicode, pedantically. Okay, where did it install that PAM module? cd/lib security. Oh, that's the only thing in /lib/security. Amazing. Um, Amazing. Cool. Let's leave it there because it's probably better for that to be there than it is for it not to be. So we have all of this. You know what? You want to fight CI? Let's fight CI. Let's commit all this. Let's make a CI workflow for this. This is a mistake. Right. No, don't switch keyboard layouts on me. What is this rhost.rs file? Oh, was this an earlier experiment? I don't remember having to do that, but you know what? Let's just hear. Oh yeah, that was from an older experiment. Okay. Somehow wondering whether cargo deb can install dependencies for you. I don't know. Most of the stuff that I'm doing here should be in the Ubuntu default, like at runtime, it should be in the default Ubuntu system. So like practically, I don't know if it's an issue, but I may have to try to fix the package detection anyway. So let's push these 3 commits, and then I'm going to make a browser window. And I get to close the first issue on this repo. Amazing. Stream Edge, you are on this. And there we go. Cool. So you see, 3 months ago I tried to do a CI run, but it just didn't work out. So let's make a new workflow here. Let's make a Rust one. And name, then run pipe Okay, first we want to get all the build dependencies, so we want to update the app sources just in case. Then we want I think those are the only two. Yeah, so we want build essential libpam0g-dev. tests aren't going to make sense because most of them require you having Tailscale running in system mode, and I don't believe that GitHub Actions lets you have access to ton tap devices, so I'm just going to skip over that for now. What was the cargo deb incantation I used? Ah, this. And... oh, there's upload a build artifact. Then we have retention days, 90. If no files found, we want to error. And the path should be target Debian. Then this magic string. Call it Debian-package. That seems about right. Yeah, let's go with that. Let's call it Debian-package.yaml. Oh wait, I don't know if this will work on Debian. So let's just say it's build Ubuntu package. So, let's see if this works. Got a runner. We're downloading the repos. We're installing libpam, the libpam header files. I don't actually know if that's needed, but I am kind of afraid. So let's just say it is for the sake of argument. So now it's just gonna install cargo deb, and I have to kill some time while we wait for this build to run. Okay, this lo-fi hip-hop playlist is just really good. I'm going to minimize edge in the stream view, and let's think about like the last part of this. So like one. So the annoying part about SSH in this case is that SSH is going to require us to have heckin' yeah, SSH is going to require us to turn on challenge authentication. Is that something that people generally frown on? I feel like it is. It's set to no by default for security reasons. What are those security reasons? Challenge response authentication options control support for the keyboard interactive authentication scheme. Wait. Oh, okay. So in order to do something that isn't like a password via that, you actually do need challenge response authentication, and there's no way to work around it. Amazing. High quality software. Sigh. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. That's annoying, but that makes sense. Still building. Okay. Okay, so now the real question is, would it be a dick move to change people's SSH configuration files to just fix the problem for them? Or would it be better to mention in the install script that you need to do this? I mean, okay, so part of this is that, like, part of the Tailscale ethos is that, there's something kind of magic going on there. Yeah, let's mention in the install script and in the documentation. Yeah. Okay, cool. Okay, so you know what? Actually, let's okay, so there's this thing that lets us Oh, hi there, Ileana. Welcome to whatever the hell this is. This is me writing Rust. Um if not grep um what's the regex thing for anything that's space like? Oh, I'm not fighting Debian maintainers yet. That will be a war, and I might lose it. So I don't want to. I want to avoid it if I can. Thank you, shell script mode. It's very great. High quality software. Um, okay, so if we can't grep for challenge response authentication dot star yes, then echo. Oh, right. sudo systemctl reload sshd. Yeah, okay, so my thought here is that I'm going to grep for it in the sshd config. This is valid, right? No, I should probably remove that. I don't know if I should make the eternal free node joke in that if you die fighting the maintainer scripts, you die in real life. I just saw that tweet. That's amazing. Oh, that's beautiful. I love it. Uh, okay, so you know what? Let's intentionally break this and then see if it complains. Oh, right. Uh, you can see how good I am with you know what? You can see how good I am with computer though, right? Config, not conf. Oh my god. Syntax error, unexpected end of file. Wait. Am I doing the here doc wrong? You know what? Let's check. Oh, cat, not echo. Right. 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 I haven't done stuff with the here doc in a while. Awesome. It warns you. That's great. Now, for the moment of truth. Ah, right. Subprocess. Here document delimited by end of. Okay, so I want grep's output to go to dev null. However, it looks like doing that broke it? Yes, doing that broke it. What the hell? Okay. Thank you for the follow, Flurry. Just noticed that now. Sorry. So... Okay, let me just check on the... Oh my gosh, it actually uploaded the the heck and build Ubuntu package automatically. That's fantastic. That's all I could have asked for. And it attached the Debian package as an artifact for the build. Oh my gosh. Oh, grep-q. Let's find out. Yep, cool. Right, because I made that change there, and it takes 4 minutes to build a package via GitHub Actions without any optimization. Is Cargo Deb pre-built for us? It is not. Is there a pre-built version of Cargo Deb? There is not. Is there? Okay, so Cargo Deb, the tool to make Debian packages, doesn't have a pre-compiled Debian package for their own thing. It's beautiful. Question, also publish Deb for releases? Somebody said that they would contribute automatic building of Debian packages, and guess what they didn't do? I'll give you a hint. It's contribute building Debian packages. Okay, and you know what? Let's do some gamer stuff. So now that we have the ability to automatically add things with Tailpam, let's take this a step further, and let's build a little cloud config that will automatically download this PAM module, install it as part of setting up an Ubuntu VM. This is like part of the end-to-end testing that I've been wanting to do with this. So let's call it so I'm going to copy my base cloud init to zstream.yaml. And let's go from here. So what this does mostly is it just creates a user account called Z and adds my SSH keys. Let's go maximum heckin' YOLO. We're going to delete all of the SSH keys because we don't need them. Run command. Okay, so run command is where you can tell Cloud Init to run specific commands on the system at boot. So in this, we're going to run the install tailscale command. And I'm not going to put the tail scale auth key visible on the stream. That is not the best life decision, so I'm going to wait for that. And then I'm going to right click on this artifact. Or actually, okay, how do you sed modify in place? Let's, for the first attempt... So I want to get my SSH keys back into this VM just in case. I don't expect anything to go super wrong, but you know what? It's kind of hard to debug the Ubuntu VMs when I don't have access to the, instead of face reveal, we got auth key reveal. Yeah, not gonna do that. Sorry. Sorry, gamers. Okay. Now, I copy the link to this artifact. And now I'm going to try using wget on it 2-0 tailscale.deb. Oh, can I... Okay, you know what? We're not going to download that because that's being kind of dumb. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this file. Oh wait, this is already on my VM, so or on my dev machine. So we're going to take this file. We're going to make dir HTTP. And we're going to run python 3-m http.server, because that's how we're doing this. I'm going to download the Debian package this way. I do have that, right? Okay, cool. Sed replace in place. Okay. How to use sed to find and replace text files in Linux Unix shell. sh-c sed-i s/ start with that to yes, no, and you're not going to do this to me, Emacs. We had an agreement. Oh my gosh, you are stymieing me. I need to fix YAML mode at some point because it's assuming that YAML is a human readable file, so it's attempting to wrap it 80 columns, even though that doesn't make any semantic sense. And I've been just dealing with this problem for years instead of actually doing something about it because I am a certified computer expert person. I think the official explanation there is I have bigger fish to fry, right? Okay. So what this should do is this should create my user account. Let's get the SSH authorized keys in there. You know what? Let's turbo YOLO. Let's comment or uncomment region. We're turbo YOLOing. Are you ready for the YOLO? I'm not. Okay, now to just quickly fix that off camera. Kill that buffer. Okay, it exited Emacs there, good. And I'm going to use a one-time auth key so that when I inevitably leak it again, it's not going to be useful. Generate auth key. It's usable only once, perfect. And now put it there. And Turbo YOLO, here we go. We get another Pokemon name. Awesome. So now in the split below, I'm running tailscale status, which will print all of the nodes in my tailnet, but I'm only looking for the one named Shuppet. So we're going to hope this runs, and then we're going to see if this is actually going to do things. Okay, so it created the VM. So now over here, we should see eventually that it will make an HTTP connection to this HTTP server, assuming that I didn't set the firewall rules and totally block myself here. I hope I didn't do that. I just realized that that's very likely a thing I could have done, and now this might ruin this attempt. Oh, we got the deb. Okay, we have Shuppet. And now for the moment of truth. Oh my god. I forgot to... I know exactly what I forgot. Okay, so I made the change in the SSH config, but I forgot to hack and reload SSHD. Oh my gosh. Okay, so there's an easy way we can do this. So I'm running this on libvirtd, so the virsh command ought to be able to help us with something. So in libvirt, every virtual machine is what's called a domain, and we can reboot a domain with the reboot command. So domain Shuppet is being rebooted. Amazing. That's exactly the gamer moment we want to see. Did that actually reboot it though? Let's do a live. Let's look at it live. Okay. Yes, it actually rebooted it. Okay, cool. Now is it coming back? Yes. Okay. Amazing. There we go. We have no access to the VM. Crap. Okay. Can we attach the serial console? Oh, TTY console. Let's try that. No, not what I wanted. Or will it work anyway? Versh attach serial console, connecting to the serial console for the guest virtual machine. Versh console. Okay. Awesome. Okay, so now... Oh, right, it's gonna skip grub. Fuck. Okay. We might have to call this one a loss, unless somehow it's gonna work if I do it from here. It is not. Okay, cool. In my attempt to create a VM that is hacker-proof, I have created a VM that is stopping the hacker, and that hacker is me. Amazing. Control close square bracket. Okay. Galaxy Braid, yeah, I know, right? Control close square bracket. There we go. Yeah, we can see all the VMs that I've created over the stream. Oh well. Guess which one is the Alpine VM, purely by the amount of disk used? Okay, so now let's change the game plan here. I was trying to be kind of clever and see if I could make it automatically just, you know, do the right thing with the Shuppet VM, but that's not going to happen. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete Shuppet from my tailnet. Okay, and then we're going to destroy the domain. Oh, Spinny, that's because Numa actually does have an old laptop hard drive in there and I needed a way to differentiate it in the ZFS pools, so I called it Spinny because it is a rotational drive. It does a Spinny. So destroying the domain force shuts it down, and then we want to undefine the domain to fully delete it. And then we take this ZFS volume and we destroy it. So I'm also going to do this to Miyuki because Miyuki is also dead to us. But really, the only special thing about this Spinny drive is the fact that it has, like, about a terabyte of space. and I use it for things on this machine that I don't super care about, but uh, it's mostly just temporary storage where I don't want to beat up my poor SSD. Or the poor SSDs in this machine, plural, because I guess there's two of them. Okay, so let's rethink the game plan here. I'm going to uncomment out these. And now I'm going to quit this, and I'm going to edit this over here, and I'm going to put a new auth key. And then I'm going to make a new Ubuntu virtual machine with that new auth key. But I'm also going to include my SSH keys into there so that we can break the glass. And this VM is named Sunlight. I'm pretty sure that's a pony name, but this VM's named Sunlight, and that's precious. That's a precious VM name. Okay, so now we can go back over here, and we're gonna see the VM just, do its thing. Awesome. We have another case of the VM fetching the right file. That's great. So if I ping Sunlight, then we get a response. That's also awesome. That's what we want. If we SSH, we're going to get in through my normal SSH key, which I expect. And then if we go into Inkay, we're going to get permission denied. Why? Or is it because I need to have an SSH key at all? No. Okay. Is Tailscale in here? Tailscale is in here. So Pam Tailscale should be running. Okay. So Pam Tailscale.so is in here. And it is the biggest module in here by far. I'm going to shrink this down later. This is mostly a test at this point. Why is that happening, though? Why wasn't it happening here? Yeah, because Palomala. Got it. Unless I royally screwed up the SSHD config. I did. So, pro tip, doing things wrong makes it not work. Oh, yep, I did it wrong. Cool. Ugh. You know what? Let's run this sed command manually. And let's see what it says. So challenge response authentication, no. And then we're gonna want to oh my god, it's because I didn't have a freaking trailing slash. Oh my god. Oh. Okay, so let's delete this VM and let's delete this VM and let's do it again, but this time for real. Okay, so we deleted Sunlight, and now this SSH session should hang like we expect. Awesome. And now that we have this trailing slash here, I can go in and then make a new authentication key. We can generate it. We can make sure that it's not reusable. Control W several times to replace the auth key in the script. I should probably get out of this VM first. Oh, this one's dead too. We want to destroy the domain, then we want to undefine it. We want to destroy Sunlight. Awesome. And then we want to make a new we want to make a new VM. This one is Mu. But yeah, pro tip, if you're ever doing a lot of stuff that requires you to hack at various weird parts of the Linux stack, make sure that you have a really fast way to spawn VMs in like a default state, because holy crap, this will save you literally hours. Thank you for the follow, Code Lebowski. Like, seriously, I spent like a couple hours writing this MKVM tool, and it has been one of the most useful things I have ever written. It's beautiful. I love it. So now we're gonna have to wait a moment for Mu to get online. It is online. We have that. I did it! No. Wait. No, that's SSH keys. Crap. Okay. I did it. 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 Okay. So, and now we have an end-to-end example on how to automatically set it all up. So you can like obviously, you know, this package would need to be hosted somewhere like semi-official. It'd need to be in a repository of some kind. It would need to be signed, you know, like assuming that stuff is done. Like six command or actually so this is to install Tailscale. This is to activate Tailscale. Then we have the install the PAM module. Yeah, 5 commands to go from a base Ubuntu system to something that you can just SSH into and it's just on your Tailscale network. Oh, this is beautiful. Oh, this is so beautiful. I have a demo. This means I have a demo. Holy crap. That's amazing. You know what? You want to go double or nothing triple YOLO on this? Let's go double or nothing triple YOLO. Let's do it. Let's do it. We're going double or nothing triple YOLO. Yeah. I'm gonna make another new authentication key off camera. I'm gonna copy it. I'm gonna edit it into Emacs. And we're going double or nothing triple YOLO. We're getting Starburst up in here. We're doing it. We are doing it. And yes, assuming a spherical apt repo, I'm pretty sure I could either like, you know, just make a test apt repo somewhere, or I could convince a coworker to let me do it. Make sure to stay hydrated. Okay, so now if we look over here, at some point we're going to see that it's going to be downloading the PAM module. It is. Okay, cool. Now it's going to take a moment. We have it. Magic freaking authentication. Oh, this is beautiful. This is absolutely beautiful. I love this so much. But yeah, that's this is the kind of experience that I would love for people to have using this type of thing. Like, I would love for it to just be like, you know, ideally it would be down to one step, you know, but there'd probably be like some sort of, you know, like bundling of all of these commands or something, or like some tutorial that you could paste from, but like this is good. This is good stuff. I love this. And hello there, Bootstrap Prime. And I'm gonna link the cloud config file that I wrote for this. It's fairly trivial, but like it'll do the job. This'll work. Wow. Also, you know that rush that you get when things work, that you know that like the hit of the good feels. Yeah, I'm kind of high on that right now. I might not be the most intelligible. But yeah, imagine if that was the standard. How much easier would that make your life? Of course, there's lots of questions about security here because, like this Starburst VM. Oh my gosh, did it actually just reject me for trying to be root? Holy crap. Yes, it properly rejected me for trying to be rude. Okay, okay. I think this is. I think that's a bug, but I think that's a feature. Okay. Uh, well, there goes that line of thought. What I was gonna say is that, like, the downside of this is that, if you have this installed, then, you can just do, root at that VM and, bam, bow, boom, you're in. But I've thought about this. I've thought about this, and until there's something a bit more robust in the product to deal with things like this, what I have here is a is a hack to work around this. So this is the main authentication function right here. It takes in a quote unquote config, which is really just like a bag of stuff. It takes in like the Unix username they're trying to log in as, and it takes the remote host that they're logging in as, and it currently doesn't read the username because I am a professional computer person. Um, but basically, the way I've limited it right now is that it only lets you SSH into your own machines. I figure that if you're doing this to SSH into your own machines, it's probably safe. There's some concerns about this being like a little bit wormable, but I'm not sure. I'm going to need to have like people that are way smarter than me go over this. I think it's probably fine as is. It's obviously not the most ideal from a security standpoint, but realistically, I think it's about the same level as having an SSH key pair on disk. Because, it's like passwordless SSH, but in this case, it's really passwordless SSH. There's some other heuristics that we can probably do here to make things a bit more sensible. But yeah, this is the heart of the whole thing right here. Maybe I could add RPM support. If Ileana is still in here, I might do this with Amazon Linux to start out with because Amazon Linux is somehow one of the least cursed distributions I deal with on a regular basis. My 2022 year's resolution is not to touch RPM spec files. Okay, um, I am going to try to do it without touching an RPM spec file at all. I'm going to try using cargo RPM and have that deal with RPM spec files. I don't know if I can get away without having to touch the RPM spec file directly, but I could use Bookstore Linux as the test case for this. So let's clean up some VMs. Let's get... Oh my gosh. Yes, that's what I was referencing. That is what I was referencing. I've seen your resume before, and I saw at least one of your blog posts where you said something on the lines of like, "I maintained a Linux distribution for a bookstore because that is a totally normal thing that a bookstore should have." Awesome. If you don't, okay, so apparently, if you don't shut down the VM before you undefine it, it will just become a zombie. One specific bookstore or a chain of bookstores from Packet List. Oh, hi there, Packet List. Um, the Rainforest Bookstore. Let's call it that. Is that a good name for it? It's the Rainforest Bookstore. The Destroying the Rainforest Bookstore. Okay, so let's continue I'm gonna continue cleaning up these VMs, and I'll just read the chat. Um, can Hi, Katie, you're a hacker, right? Can you help me get into my old GoDaddy account from 20 years ago? I sincerely don't have any of the multi-factors used to sign me up for it. Okay, normally I don't do this type of hacking, but I think I can make an exception here because I have a really, really terrible idea in my head for how to implement this. So just give me a sec while I destroy this last ZFS volume. And okay, so when you're trying to hack a GoDaddy account, here's what you need to do. First, you need to hack the Gibson, and you make sure that you have the flag yo at the end in order to signify that you have that late 90s cred, or late 90s early aughts cred. And then what you want to do is you want to get into the matrix. So Now, what you see I'm doing here is I need to make sure that I align my fourth eye, not the third eye, the fourth eye, so that I can peer into the code. And instead of these numbers and symbols, all I see is a blonde, a brunette, a redhead. And okay, now where is it? And now that I got into the first layer, what I really need to do is I need to make sure that I'm actually breaking into the cluster mainframe and getting all of the delicious inodes. Because the inodes are what let us be able to actually break in to the reverse firewall proxy. And the reverse firewall proxy is what actually protects the good stuff. And the good stuff is what we're going to use in order to back hack into the GoDaddy ecosystem. Yeah, yeah, you see? It's not that hard. You just need to get good, and you need to backtrace their IPs through 11 proxies. Normally, you can't backtrace it through 11 proxies because 11 is the limit for hackers to be able to get through it. However, through a new technique involving garlic to onion routing, you can bypass the 11 proxy limit using the log4j exploit. Because the log4j exploit allows us to break into the CIA's Minecraft server, and that's where they really talk about the important things. What am I gonna do now? And now, with some off-camera minding, I'm going to... yes, I broke through. I broke through. You see? You see, hack win. Hack win. I broke through. I, you can tell I got through because it's win instead of fail. I don't know how I was able to keep a straight face through all of that. That's the mainframe. You're so good. Yeah, it's not just the mainframe. It's the mainframe on a computer named after like an anime supercomputer. That's how you know you got into the real Gibson. Okay, pro tip. When you're hydrating, to make sure you stay hydrated, make sure you stay hydrated, by the way, um, it's best to swallow the water and not inhale it. That almost hurt. Yeah, I'm gonna be fine. Oh, manage reward requests. Hydrate. Hydration completed. But yes, Silver, I'm working on a side project that I have at Tailscale. It's basically to allow you to authenticate to your machines with PAM using your Tailscale identity instead of having to set up your SSH keys everywhere. I also want to try to see how Samba does it. That's probably going to be for another stream. Um, Windows is telling me there's a temperature warning. Oh, no, it's not like a computer temperature warning. It's like an outside temperature warning. Wind chill values of near minus 30. Minus 35? Holy crap. Eh? Yeah, that's kind of deadly. By the way, minus 35 is almost cold enough that the unit doesn't matter because it gets close to the negative 40 point where Fahrenheit and Celsius converge. Might need to not wear shorts. Uh, yeah, sure. Yeah, just a touch chilly. Here's around 19 degrees Celsius. I wish it was 19 degrees Celsius here. Holy crap. Uh, at least here when it snows, like they're actually able to handle it. It's not just like a good luck, hope you have food around so you can eat type situation like it can be in the Seattle area. But yeah, yeah, I have everything done that I was hoping to get done for the stream. I got a notification. My Twitch. I have been gifted a subscription to someone I watch on Twitch. Okay, cool. Thank you, I guess. Oh, VC face is kind of cursed. Let's reset. Yeah, the main problem with a lot of the VTubing software that it suffers from tracker drift a lot. It's normally fine, but over a couple hours, it can get to the point where you need to reset the drift, reset it to recalculate the drift. But yeah, I think I've gotten everything done that I was hoping to get done. Uh, it's a bit late for me to do a round of synth riders or the like. What else could I do? I could pull up some Pikmin. I'm gonna do that.